Right now at 5, hoping to ensure a safe night's sleep. We're looking at what steps they're taking to secure Madison's men's shelter after a shooting earlier in the week.
The lower, the better. We share just how few patients are in Dane County hospitals with COVID right now, offering some cautious hope for weary healthcare workers.
Plus, to go, here to stay. What restaurants have to say about one of the big pandemic changes that might stick around for good.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. The men's homeless shelter on Madison's east side will have increased security from now on.
This is in response to a shooting that happened there Monday night. Our Jamie Perez joins us live from the shelter tonight. Jamie, what will it look like to get inside?
All right, well, starting tonight, they're going to have 2 security guards here on site monitoring. And as you can see, all of these folks starting to line up here behind me as the shelter is just starting to open. All of them will have to go through a weapons screening process. That's something that the staff here say may take a little more time, but is necessary. Monday night shooting, which left 1 person hospitalized, made the next several days a scramble for Porchlight staff to offer an immediate solution.
We've spent the last 36 hours talking about nothing else. How can we make this experience for every guest and every staff person and every volunteer who enters our facility to feel safe?
Although this is the first incident of gun violence in 35 years of running the men's shelter, Porchlight's executive director, Carla Tennis, said one time was enough.
Guests will walk in the door. We do a very extensive health screening every night, and then each guest will be asked to empty any medals out of their pocket, and then they will need to set their belongings, their duffel bag, their small suitcase on the table, open it up, right, and then it'll be wanded.
Tennis said they're working with a private security company to staff 2 guards overnight who are trained in de-escalation. Last night, Madison police provided security before private guards start their shifts tonight. Tennis said they've tried several different security models in the past.
We've done a private security company from 5 p.m. when we open until 8 in the morning. We've also tried from 5 p.m. till midnight, which is our busy time. After that, people are just kind of sleeping. And then we've also tried just adding numbers to our staff.
What happened Monday night, no one would have expected. Both guests involved in the shooting were well known by staff members, and their only goal was to make sure that everyone had a roof over their head. Now it's Tennis's #1 priority to make sure some of our most vulnerable community members are protected.
Yep, this is going to slow down that intake process, but we see it as now a safety measure that we need to take.
And Tennis also told me that Monday, the night of the shooting, there were about 97 guests staying here. Yesterday, there were only about 87, and she believes that the rest of those missing people had found alternate accommodations. She also told me that she believes that the victim has currently undergone 2 surgeries already and is expected to live.
Jamie, thank you. Now, the man who police think did that shooting is now charged with the crime despite still being free tonight. The criminal complaint charges Ronald Stevens with attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Police say surveillance video shows Stevens arguing with a man and then shooting him 3 times at close range. Doctors think that man is very lucky to be alive. The court document says 1 wound is just below his heart, another in his thumb and side. The victim has a popped lung, but doctors didn't have to operate on him. In fact, they're leaving the bullets in for now. Police consider Stevens dangerous and possibly armed, so do not approach him if you see him.
People in Boulder, Colorado, and across the nation are struggling with another mass shooting. Friends and family members are coming together to pay tribute to the 10 lives lost at the Boulder Supermarket Massacre. Ricky Olds was a service manager at King's Supers. Her uncle called her the light of her family.
She didn't get to experience motherhood. She didn't get to experience marriage. She was 25 years old. There's a hole. There's a hole in our family.
Police say the suspect in custody, Ahmad Alisa, gunned down 10 people, including police officer Eric Talley, using an assault weapon bought less than a week ago. CBS News has learned investigators are looking at mental illness as a significant factor in the rampage. He is expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow. The violence has stoked the debate over gun laws in this country. President Biden urged Congress to pass a new ban on assault weapons and to immediately immediately take up measures already passed in the House. One would close the Charleston loophole, which allows the sale of a firearm to proceed if a background check isn't done within 3 days. The other would require background checks on nearly all gun purchases, including those involving private sellers. The Biden administration is now exploring options to bypass Congress on gun reform if lawmakers do not act.
A cool and cloudy day with more rain in the forecast. So when might we see the sun again? Let's get a look at your first warn forecast. Dana is on the weather patio.
Out on the patio where it's pretty windy right now for us, actually. Thankfully, no rain coming down out here on the patio. In fact, a lot of the steadier showers well north of the Dells right now. Could see a few isolated drizzle spots, but it doesn't look like anything we're picking up on our radar. Still a cloudy sky over Platteville, even with that rain not coming down, and a very cloudy sky in Madison currently. Temperature-wise, it's cool. We're in the upper 40s. That wind speed, though, in the mid-teens, and that's sustained wind speed. So wind gusts closer to 20 miles per hour. Now, overnight, not much of a chance for rain. Tomorrow, Thursday evening into Friday morning, we will see some showers, mainly south and east of Dane County, though. That's where we'll see the highest accumulation totals. And as we look through the next 10 days, overall temperatures should be trending above average. We might even see the 60s a few times, but we will take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. City of Beloit and southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois for that matter, got some big news this afternoon. Governor Evers giving his approval to the new HoChunk Nation Casino. He promised to approve that casino when he ran for governor. Now, the project will create more than 1,500 permanent jobs in Beloit and more than 2,000 construction jobs. The proposed complex will be one of the biggest in the state, including 300 hotel rooms, 45,000 square feet of meeting and convention space, and a 40,000 square foot water park. The Federal Department of the Interior still has to approve taking the land into a trust, and the HoChunk Nation would then need to amend its gaming compact with the state before that project moves forward.
There is new reason tonight to be optimistic about the pandemic. Health leaders in Dane County pointed out that we've reached some major positive milestones.
That's right. Today, they are celebrating a record low number of hospitalizations. Adam Duxer tells us what it means for hospitals that have really been stretched thin for months. Adam.
Just a few months back, we were averaging more than 160 hospitalizations for COVID-19 here in Dane County, but today that number is down to just 12, with only 3 in the ICU. And while that is the lowest number of hospitalizations since the pandemic began last year, and health leaders say the vaccine is partly to credit for that. As of today, nearly 88% of those 65 and up in Dane County have gotten at least 1 dose.
It's been okay the last couple of months. It's not that we don't have COVID patients. You know, we still have them. We're treating them. Some aren't so sick. Some are very sick. But for the most part, it's been fairly manageable within the footprint that we have designed to take care of people.
UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff says despite the COVID variant already confirmed in Dane County, it is luckily yet to make a major difference in hospitalizations. Now, what this could mean for reopening Dane County and the state of Wisconsin, we'll learn more about that tonight at 6.
We will see you then, Adam. Thank you. We're tempering that good news, though, with a reminder. COVID cases in the state are going up. New data from DHS shows 776 new cases in the last 24 hours. However, another 41,000 people got vaccines in Wisconsin during that time. We're approaching 900,000 people, or a little more than 15% of the state, completing their vaccine series. 105,000 of those people live right here in Dane County, and that means more than 19% of the county is fully vaccinated.
Speaker Robin Vos wants state business leaders to step up and bring workers back to their offices around the 4th of July. Vos and Republican Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu also joined together today in praising Democratic Governor Tony Evers' administration for its vaccination efforts. LeMahieu says he's encouraged by the trends in Wisconsin. Vos says he wants to see workers back in offices this summer to avoid a prolonged pandemic hangover.
This week marks 1 year since the governor's Safer at Home order took effect, upending the way we work, learn, and live. Some of the most noticeable changes immediately impacted restaurants, and many of them are still in effect today. Capacity limits, social distancing, and mask wearing are some of the most obvious lasting changes. But the shift to delivery is also a big change for many local restaurants. Madison-based company Eat Street has nearly doubled its number of drivers from 250 to 450 in the past year. Perhaps its most noticeable change is in the way those drivers deliver.
implementing contact-free delivery, which is kind of crazy. Like a year ago, that sounded so foreign, and now it's just part of the normal routine.
That's just one of the pandemic-related shifts the restaurant industry has made that could be here to stay. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from the Wisconsin Restaurant Association about what they expect the future of dining to look like as we establish our new normal.
Kids are heading back to school in the state's largest school district, but not all of them. Milwaukee Public School Board members made that decision last night at a meeting that lasted more than 7 hours. All employees will be back at school in less than 3 weeks by April 12th. Then the district will be in a phased reopening plan for students, beginning with kindergarten through 3rd graders. Seniors will be allowed back beginning April 26th, but freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will be continuing virtual learning from home.
The Biden administration is taking steps to help more schools reopen to in-person learning. The Department of Education released data showing more than 75% of schools were open for full-time or hybrid learning as of February. But the numbers also showed significant gaps in access, especially for communities of color.
Only 28% of black students are going to school in person daily. 33% of Latino students are doing it, and only 15% of our Asian students are going to school in person daily.
President Biden says he's ready to allocate more money to reopening schools. The money will come from the $1.9 trillion COVID relief package. The package included $122 billion in relief for preschools all the way up to high schools. The Biden administration says 2/3 of those funds will be made available immediately. That's around $81 billion.
7 in 10 people hospitalized for COVID-19 have not fully recovered 5 months after being discharged. That's according to new research out of the UK. The COVID survivors continue to experience mental and physical health concerns, with 1 in 5 people developing a new disability. The UK-wide study analyzed more than 1,000 people with COVID who were discharged from a hospital between March and November last year. 5 months later, less than 1/3 of the patients said they were feeling fully recovered, and more than 90% had at least one persistent symptom. The people most likely affected were middle-aged white women who developed severe COVID-19. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, how the Biden administration is planning on dealing with the crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border. And coming up tonight at 6, a big day for the big dog. The Packers re-sign a veteran who's a leader on and off the field. That story next hour. And the markets with more red numbers today. NASDAQ taking the brunt of it today, falling 266 points. The Dow lost 3. S&P closed down 21. We'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, as the season winds down, the competition heats up on Tough as Nails, followed by SEAL Team and SWAT. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Rogan's is your one-stop running shoe destination. Count on expert advice, the best fit, and a huge selection of the best name brands. Selection, service, and savings. That's Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Celebrate Ashley Home Store's anniversary sale mattress blowout on now. Shop online or in store and save up to $1,000 on doorbusters like these. Plus, Beauty Rest doorbusters are now up to 65% off. And Tempur-Pedic mattresses for as low as $30 a month. Ashley Home Store.
There are endless ways to see the world. But when it comes to actually getting there and experiencing every soul-changing corner of it, there's only one. The Jeep Cherokee.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 84 months or $4,750 total cash allowance on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models.
Menards has everything you might need to care for your furred friends. Our variety of dog and cat toys can't be beat, and our pet food selection will offer something for even the pickiest eaters. Right now, check out our selection of Rachel Ray dog foods, cooked with the world's best ingredients to keep your dog happy and healthy. All Rachel Ray dog foods are 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Every child, no matter their zip code, should have access to a great public education. As a former teacher and superintendent, I know what it takes. I've led schools to high student achievement, I've expanded preschool, and I've balanced budgets. My opponent can't be trusted. She's backed by Scott Walker, and she tried to cover up a $500,000 financial scandal. Our kids deserve better. I'm Jill Underly. As state superintendent, I'll always do what's best for our kids.
Celebrate Ashley Home Store's anniversary sale with our biggest scratch and save event ever. Come in today for special buys and doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, no interest financing for 60 months. Then stop in store for your scratch-off card and win exclusive bonus offers. Ashley Home Store.
Get spring sports savings with cleats from Rogan's. Right now, you'll save with 20% off on baseball, track, soccer, and football shoes. Cut into these savings at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Hey folks, Thursday morning we'll update the weekend rain chances in your first warn forecast. And time's running out to vote on a city right here in the 608, a strongest town in America. We'll speak live with the Middleton City Administrator. That's tomorrow on News 3 Now this morning.
Wisconsin makes millions eligible for the COVID vaccine. And this time, those with high-risk medical conditions are in.
They need it. They are anxious about this.
Madeline O'Neill finds out how state officials decide who goes next. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
President Biden has announced that Vice President Harris will lead the effort with Mexico and other Central American nations to tackle a sudden surge of migrants, including women and children at the southern border. CBS News has learned the Biden administration plans to use the Freeman Expo Center in San Antonio, Texas, to house up to 3,000 unaccompanied migrant children and to convert the San Diego Convention Center into a makeshift shelter for 1,400 minors. A number of Republicans have been pressuring the president to visit the border himself to see the situation firsthand.
For 4 years, we heard Democrats going on and on about kids in cages. Well, Joe Biden desperately does not want you to see the Biden cages.
Yes, we will go. But the reality also is that in addition to the border, we also need to deal with the root causes.
Vice President Harris maintained the situation is the result of a Trump-era immigration measures due to strained capacity at one sector of the border in Texas. Customs and Border Protection has started to release some migrant families without notices to appear in court. Instead, those families are being given instructions to check in with ICE at a later date.
A name change at the Brewers home stadium also means an upgrade in accommodations for the mascot, Bernie Brewer. The team unveiling Bernie's new chalet in the left field corner at American Family Field. A little more than a week now from opening day. The design replaces Bernie's old dugout. It's a bit of a throwback to the old chalet at Milwaukee's County Stadium. Opening day scheduled for April 1st. It'll be against the Minnesota Twins.
Let's get a check of the weather now. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is here with the forecast. Dana?
It would be a little bit of a windy day for baseball this afternoon. Right now we have a gray sky overhead. Again, no rain coming down in Madison. Those steadier showers are still up to the north for us. You have to travel pretty far north to see any sort of light snow mixing in, and that rain's going to continue to spiral off to the east. If we look further south right now, severe weather for parts of Texas. Right now, a tornado watch and a severe thunderstorm watch stretching through the Dallas area as they are under an enhanced risk for severe weather this evening just south of Dallas. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the severe weather threat shifts east back into the deep south for us. Parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and into Tennessee likely going to deal with a very strong system bringing severe weather in tomorrow. So those folks will be in for a very active day for Thursday and into Thursday night. For us, we're holding on to the cloud coverage and a little more rain before we get back to the sunshine. Overnight will be cloudy outside Thursday, also holding on to that cloudy sky. We'll have the chance for some showers to develop late in the day on Thursday, mainly for areas south and east of Dane County. By the time we get to Friday, though, the sunshine will return. We'll be back to a pretty pleasant setup for us on Friday. Again, the center of the system just dragging the rain for us throughout the UP now and stretching into parts of Canada. You do have to travel pretty far north to see any light snow mixing in. We did have some light showers coming through earlier today, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is just a little drizzly still in some spots, but most of this is pulling away for us, and we'll just be seeing that mostly cloudy sky overnight. So the rainfall again moving off to the east. Overnight cloud coverage sticking around, temperatures dropping to the mid-30s for overnight lows. A little cool to start off the day on Thursday. And as we look ahead to Thursday evening, that chance for showers starts to lift back in. Mainly south and east of Dane County to see the highest accumulation totals, but that's going to continue through Thursday evening, overnight, and into Friday morning. By daybreak on Friday, though, much of that cloud coverage is gone and certainly any rain is out of here. We'll look for mostly sunny skies for Friday afternoon, and high temperatures will be in the low 50s, mid to low 50s for us. So a pretty pleasant Friday expected. Looking at that 6 to 10 day outlook, starting to seem a little more likely that we'll be below average with our precipitation. We have a few opportunities for rain in that extended forecast into early April, but not a lot of rain, or not seeing many opportunities for rain. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, a little cooler, high temperatures in the upper 40s. Again, rain coming through late in the day, mainly south and east of Dane County. Mostly sunny skies on Friday with high temperatures in the mid to low 50s. Could possibly see a little light mix late at night as our next opportunity for rain starts to build in, and temperatures will drop close to freezing. But anything that does come through, certainly not really concerned about accumulation at this point, because temperatures Saturday afternoon will be back close to 50 degrees. We'll stay near 50 on Sunday. It'll be breezy outside for the start of next week, with high temperatures jumping up quite a bit for us Monday and Tuesday, near 60 degrees with sunshine. And for next week, a few opportunities early in the day Wednesday, and then maybe as we head into the following weekend to pick up some rain, but should have a lot of days with sunshine also, so that'll be good news to get things dried up a little bit, because right now it's a little muddy outside. As we look at the Beltline right now, east and westbound, no major delays. Downtown Madison, things look fairly smooth. The same goes for downtown Janesville right now. North and southbound on the interstate from Dane County through Rock County should be pretty smooth for us this evening. Again, roads are a little wet, so I wouldn't be surprised if some folks are taking it just a little slower. From Janesville to the Beltline, 25 minutes. Sauk City to Middleton, close to 16 minutes. And some Prairie to downtown, about 9 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Dana, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, what both Congress and the White House are doing to address the gender wage gap. That story's next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wild Easttown Honda is Wisconsin's Dealer of the Year. Save with 0% financing for up to 60 months on over 400 new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep.
With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer,
Which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Or get a free $300 gift when you purchase a new Tempur-Pedic. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
Joe knows that harnessing renewable energy today like we're doing leads to a healthier planet tomorrow.
Joe fights for fair wages for working families because he comes from one.
Joe Parisi apoya programas que mantienen a adultos de edad avanzada libres de caídas y seguros en casa.
Thank you, Joe, for all you do for all of us workers.
Gracias, Joe, por considerar a personas de todas las edades.
Thank you, Joe, for believing there's a better, cleaner way to power the county.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
At Wild East Town Honda, lease a new all-wheel drive HR-V for $189. That's $189 and absolutely zero due at signing. Save on over 400 new Hondas at Wild East Town Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The White House and members of Congress are holding multiple events to mark Equal Pay Day in the U.S.
That is the day which symbolizes how far into the year women need to work in order to match the amount their male counterparts made the previous year. Skylar Henry is on Capitol Hill with more.
The President and First Lady are hosting an event to commemorate Equal Pay Day with women who are all too familiar with being paid less than their male counterparts, members of the U.S. women's national soccer team. In the U.S., the average woman makes 82 cents for every dollar men earn, according to the National Women's Law Center. But the disparity is even more stark when it comes to women of color.
This is a disgrace, and it has long-term consequences for women and families.
At a House committee hearing, U.S. soccer star Megan Rapinoe also shared her personal battle with the issue. Despite higher success with multiple World Cups and Olympic titles, the U.S. women's soccer team has been fighting for the same pay as their male counterparts for several years. The team's lawsuit calling for equal pay was thrown out last year by a federal judge, though Rapinoe and her teammates have vowed to appeal.
There's no level of status, and there's no accomplishment or power that will protect you from the clutches of inequality.
The coronavirus pandemic has also impacted the gender wage gap here in the U.S. It's estimated that more than 2 million women have left the labor force since it began.
Our economic recovery depends on us addressing the barriers that have hampered women from fully participating in the labor force.
Biden administration officials are pointing to provisions in the American Rescue Plan to help combat the pandemic's effect on women, such as the expanded child tax credit. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
House Democrats reintroduced the Paycheck Fairness Act earlier this year. The bill would prohibit employers from considering salary history when setting pay during hiring and calls for better reporting of race and gender pay gaps to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
And stay with us for a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
I do all my shoe shopping at Rogan to choose from the huge selection and save. Plus, I can get my second pair half price now or save my receipt and get my second pair later. Rogan's makes saving easy.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Celebrate Ashley Home Store's anniversary sale with our biggest scratch and save event ever. Come in today for special buys and doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, no interest financing for 60 months. Then stop in store for your scratch off card and win exclusive bonus offers. Ashley Home Store.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, hurry in and get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus $4,000 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500. Visit ram.com and see your local Ram dealer today.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
40-mile-per-hour winds come out of nowhere and try to wipe you off the map. When you look up and see sky where your roof used to be. When the power is out and stays out for 7 or 8 or 10 days. When the phone lines are down and the cell phones have all gone dead, you find out who your friends are. Because the worst brings out our best.
Celebrate Ashley Home Store's anniversary sale mattress blowout on now. Shop online or in store and save up to $1,000 on doorbusters like these. Plus, Beauty Rest doorbusters are now up to 65% off. And Tempur-Pedic mattresses for as low as $30 a month. Ashley Home Store.
Rogan's is your one-stop walking shoe destination. Count on expert advice, the best fit, and a huge selection of the best name brands. Selection, service, and savings. That's Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, our series Women and the Pandemic, and why it's more important than ever to keep up with routine cancer screenings. That and more tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Well, missing the nightlife scene? Here's a great idea from Miller Lite. They want to help you recapture the experience with candles.
The beer brand is releasing 3 limited edition candles with distinct smells reminiscent of a night out. The collection includes candles that smell like a dive bar, game day, and a beer garden. Dive bar brings together musk, tobacco, and pine, while beer garden is more earthy with notes of moss, wood, pretzel, and sunburn. What does a sunburn smell like? Game day is the best of tailgating, peanut and jalapeno. The candles are $20 each. They're available across North America, and all of the money raised will go to the United States Bartenders Guild, which is a nonprofit that supports bartenders.
It's a great graduation gift for your son, so he can remember his college days.
There you go.
Some light rain expected to develop for us tomorrow, mainly for areas south and east of Dane County. We're back to sunshine on Friday with highs of the low 50s. We stay in the low 50s on Saturday with another opportunity for rain that could mix with a little light snow at night. Sun for Sunday and Monday, and temperatures to start next week will likely climb close to 60.
All right, Dana, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News True Now at 6. The CBS Evening News coming your way next.